Welcome, welcome to our reveal tonight. Our hashtag is habits. And I'm going to turn this right over to Miss Virgie. She's going to share what our quote is tonight. Go ahead, Virgie. If you'll unmute for
Hello.
us.
Hello,
Hey.
everybody. Our quote for tonight is successful people are slaves to their daily habits. Hashtag habits. Back to you, Coach.
I love it. Thank you, Bree, for sharing. I love this quote. I love this week. I love this hashtag. It is so true. Like what we do, right? I cannot wait to hear everybody's take tonight on this quote and on this hashtag and around their stories. So, with that, drop a comment. If you're watching live on Facebook, we'd love to know who's watching, where you're dialing in from. We love how social media takes us everywhere, right? We have people watching from other countries, other states. We're super excited about that. So drop a comment, show us some love. If you're on the replay, let us know you watched that as well. And if you want to share what this quote would mean to you, be sure and chime in the comments below. I'm going to turn this over to Coach Crazy Cat. She's going to be interviewing all these fabulous ladies tonight, on the quote and the hashtag. Go ahead, Cat, take it away.
Hi, thank you so much for that beautiful intro, Coach. And I'm super excited to be here. I love this evening. I really look forward to it. So kicking us off tonight is going to be Lay. And I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this beautiful habit and the hashtag or beautiful quote and the hashtag habits.
Great. Thank you, Coach Kat, for tonight. I'm just happy to be on. And Coach Kiwi, thank you so much as well. You know, this was a really interesting quote. Successful people are a slave to their habits. And when I saw that quote, I said, oh my God, what do I do on a daily basis that helps me to get to that next level of my business? And so it really is about staying consistent and persistent in my business. And also it reminded me to reach out to family because, you know, for me, it's really important to be in touch with my family. But what it also made me think about that I have through the habit, things that I do on a daily basis to be successful, is that I have the option to reset at any time or readjust, you know, or restart my business or refocus because things change daily or maybe weekly in our business, our personal life, and our work life. So I thought this was an amazing quote, and I'm sure there's going to be others in the future. But that's for me, Kat, that's what it did for me, to go back and really focus on what I was doing on a daily basis and tweak it a little bit for me to get that to that next level. So back to you, Coach.
Absolutely beautiful. And I love how you brought in put a little bit of focus on it, make sure you're aiming on the right stuff. But then when you know you're ready, consistent and persistent. That's what builds those habits to have you be successful. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Miss Nancy.
Hello, everybody. You know, I actually love this quote also for this week because it made me think of my daily activities, getting up at 6 in the morning and getting to my daily business, my rigs and mortar business. And as I'm doing that, I'm still focusing on my home-based businesses, my MLMs. So I love that I get lost. If I'm not doing the same thing, like get up, I take my medication, you know, I do my face routine, I get dressed, then I get to work and everything's just in this routine. And if I'm not doing a routine and keeping focus, my daily habits go pretty gone. And it's hard for me to get back on track. So me knowing where I'm going and keeping my habits every day keeps me focused and marching forward. So that's what I have. Back to you, Kat.
Absolutely beautiful. So it's making sure that your daily activities line up with what you're trying to accomplish so you stay on track. Absolutely beautiful. Hello, Miss Anita. How are you?
I'm good, Kat. Thank you.
Great.
Good evening. To me, the hashtag habits, it made me think of the one thing that I try very hard to be consistent with, and that is getting up every morning and meditating. because when I don't meditate, it just really throws my day off. So meditation is very important. It's an important for me. Also, just knowing that you have to keep your strength, and you have to keep your strength in things that you go through, even though you're going through, whether it's good or bad. You need your strength to get through whatever you're dealing with. And just keeping in mind that keeping friends is a habit, and I've had some friends for over 40 years. And that's really great accomplishment for me. So, and that's about it for me. And also prayer and keeping God in my life. That's important. That's very important to me. So when I don't get to church on Sunday, I'm not a happy person. So, but yeah. So back to you, Kat. Thank you.
That's beautiful. And I love how you brought out that you need to start your day strong and start your day positive, and that needs to be your habit, and then it'll set your day off on the right foot. So thank you very much. And now we're going back to Miss Virgie, and that was the first time introducing. So thank you. You did an excellent job. And now I want to hear what you have to say about the quote, Miss Virgie. You good?
Sorry, I can't hear you guys.
Oh, you're good.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. I didn't hear your question. I don't know why. Sorry.
It's okay. You go ahead. It's all right.
Can you type it in the, well, for habit for me, this week, it's just been thinking about the past and everything like that, and just building from there. Doing what I need to do daily in all areas of my lives and my life, and trying to keep it a habit, mentally, physically, and everything. It's
Looks like we lost her. Yeah, I can't hear you now, sweetie. We could hear you, but we can't. That was, it's okay. So that was beautiful. And thank you so much. You've had a lot that's been going on, and it's just about keeping focus mentally and physically and getting back on track and building new habits. So thank you very much. Great job. All right, Miss Sonia, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for having me. This week, the successful people are slave to their daily habits. You really had me thinking hard this week. What are my daily habits? And actually, instead of, you had me thinking of what I don't do daily. Honestly, so it was like, I don't drink enough water. I don't exercise enough. So that was the aha kind of moment this week. It's like, successful people are slave to their daily habits. So to be successful in my daily life, I need to reinstill those habits I once had of drinking plenty of water and taking care of myself. So mine's from a flip side.
I love it. That's really cool. Flipping it around. So what am I missing in my daily habits that would help me be more successful? So really nice. Thank you. I love that. Noelle, how are you, Coach Noelle?
Super good. Thank you so much, Kat. And loved hearing what everybody's had to share so far. And I certainly can relate to some of them myself, most of them. And there's kind of some habits that we just don't even think about. We just do every day. I know for me, like, I was wondering, how much time do I spend in the morning just preparing, healthy stuff for my family for the day? So that is just an automatic habit. If I get off of that, it just feels really wacky. And of course I was traveling, so that got a little off, and I came home to like, what's going on here? What are people staying healthy while I'm gone? Healthy shouldn't be hard, but it is, turns out. But I've learned, over time. So we have to remember to praise ourselves for the things that we do, on a daily basis that we don't even notice because they've just become ingrained. But as we're growing, we're adding more. And maybe we're working with somebody who's coaching us in that area to get to that more, to take us to that next level. So, for me, I can think of a lot of things that just came naturally. Drinking a lot of water is just something that my family, even my extended family, does. Sometimes I got to watch my sleep, but I like waking up early to have that morning time, like Anita said, because the meditation, the gratitude, the prayer, the stretching, the movement are all things that just, you don't know what hour of the day it may never come, but you might get something that throws you off course, right? Just kind of knocks the wind out of you there for a second. Well, if you have that foundation, you don't get knocked over quite as hard, stay down quite as long, because you've built this. So on the days when you don't have that, maybe you've built up some reserve, but maybe you're a little shakier too, because that part of your day was skipped. So just checking in mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, that's just kind of always been a daily habit for me, but it doesn't mean that I get all areas right every day. So I just encourage people to find those habits that are going to take them to that next level. Thanks, Kat. Back to you.
That was beautiful. And you got me thinking about some of the positive habits that are already on autopilot because you've already built that in. And then you get to where it's just ingrained in its muscle memory. You don't have to think about it. But then taking credit for that too, and not beating yourself up for all the new habits you're trying to add on top of them when you already have a whole bunch of them that are already there. Yeah. So thank you. That was beautiful. You had me thinking a lot while you were talking. All right. Welcome, Denise. It's her first reveal. Yay. Week 2. Yeah. All right. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on this quote.
Oh my goodness. It was, thanks for having me here and inviting me to come join the reveal. I would say I loved the quote, mostly because it helps with accountability. And if I stay focused on the good habits, either the ones that I'm not quite doing like I should be doing, it gives me that accountability to keep going. But the flip side of it is I found my thoughts going to some of the clients that I've worked with and maybe some not so good habits that they may have in their practice, that it's still a habit. It's just not one that's going to help them get to where they want to get to. And so it gave me some opportunity to use it as an education tool to say, pick one that maybe isn't the best habit and switch it to a good habit. And we don't have to totally change our entire life, but we do have a lot of good habits. And so I even caught our son doing some good habits, and he came up behind me when I was posting one of them, and he goes, "Mom, are you posting something?" And I'm like, no, go away. So it was kind of fun trying to catch them doing their own good habits. So I love the quote. Thanks.
That was absolutely beautiful. And I love how you covered both sides, where you got the accountability for yourself because we got the group and you're thinking about your habits, and then you were able to use it to help someone else, because habits can also be something we don't want to be doing. And how do you replace that with something healthier or better? So thank you very much. Very helpful. Miss Lori K. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And I love your headband. That is so adorable.
Thank you. My daughter keeping me in fun style. Everybody's been so awesome with what they're sharing and what it has meant to them. Reflecting on habits, a lot of changes going on for myself. And so casting aside some of the bad habits, poor habits that are kind of ingrained, and recognizing, replace it with a healthy habit. In the program that I'm developing for the coaching, most of my postings were in healthy habits, in mindset, in planning for the future, knowing and believing. So in recovery kind of things. It's such a good topic though. Habits, good or bad, healthy or sad, whatever it might be for yourself, right? But a lot of reflecting on establishing new habits. So I had some new things that were changing, getting up more earlier in the morning, preparing. I started doing crock pot cooking, you know, that's something different that I was like, I can really do this and feed myself all week on this and change it up every day, right? You live by yourself, you feed yourself, you know, just form a new habit in that way. So that was kind of fun. Preparing what I'm going to wear for the next day, the night before. So I'm trying to be on time where I'm going, and that's changing the old habit to make it a better, stronger habit, right? So just changing things up. So recognizing the unhealthy one, changing it to what can you do to fix it, help yourself. You're in charge of your life, your choices, your habits, the things that you have formed. So it's kind of interesting for me. It impacted myself. All of these stories are really impacted, because when you take it inside and then give it out, you really make the change that you need to make for yourself. So yeah, back to you, Coach.
That was beautiful, Lori. And I love how you gave a couple of tangible, practical examples on how you can change. If you're trying to eat better, right, having a crock pot meal where it's already prepared and ready is going to keep you from stopping somewhere that you don't possibly want to stop, or spending money you don't want to spend. And then having your outfit ready so it can help you be on time. So just that tiny little change. It's a small thing, but it can really change the way you do it. It's massive, right? Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. I just absolutely loved all of the insight, and it was really helpful to me and super meaningful. And with that, back to Coach Kiwi to close us down. There you go.
Oh, can we hear? Okay, I was on mute. Hey, everybody, and thanks for joining and sticking with us through the habits and the quote and the reveal this week, because it's incredible. I love all the takeaways. I'm just going to do a quick recap and then share what this quote meant to me as well. Lay focused on those consistent daily habits, moving her forward in her business and in her relationship. So really evaluating the habits she's doing in the good, healthy ones in her relationships. And Nancy talked about starting her day off right, getting up early, and being able that in downtime, instead of doing non-productive things, she's doing productive things in both her brick and mortar and her side hustle, her home-based business. Anita talked about kicking off the morning again with those daily habits and meditation and prayer, and that it keeps your strength throughout the day. Virgie talked about looking at her past and seeing what's not working. Sometimes that's important. And Lori K hit on that as well. So what are things that are working or not working? And then do some course correction in all areas of life, Virgie said. Sonia as well, she kind of recognized some things she's not doing that needs to be in habit, like just drinking more water. You know, if we can get caught up in the day and we're not drinking our water, we're not doing the things for ourselves, that self-care we need, and how important that is. Noelle hit it home, talking about, again, kick and start that morning off right, getting the foundation down. And then Kat even went in to say it's those muscles that you're working, and they're the muscle memory. So good. There were golden nuggets dropped there. I hope everybody was listening. Denise talked about accountability and focusing on good habits, and how she's really implementing some of these life skills. She's even learning from quotes in her own coaching program. Just truly incredible. And then Lori K talked about those habits that she's trying to look at that are working, not working, and course correcting and forming those new ones, like maybe crock pot meals, giving her back more time so she can focus on the things that are productive in her life. So for me, I love this quote because there are no shortcuts to success. Successful people work hard, period. They're the ones behind the computers when everybody else is on hikes. They're the ones meeting clients or doing what they got to do, hustle and grind while everybody else is at the beach. They're the ones who are in their offices figuring out what can I do next to serve people, serve my clients, serve my team, serve my customers while everybody else is watching TV. You cannot do both. You cannot have the luxury life before you get it. Lots of us want that microwave society, right? I want it now. I want the money, but I'm not willing to do the work, right? So for me, I know every bit of success I've had in my life, if it's just this big, it's because of the hustle and grind and the habits I do every day. The things I'm willing to do every day that other people who don't want that success, and that's okay because success is different for each person. But when it comes down to business and making money or having success in financial life, you must grind. If it's success in health, you've got to make decisions other people don't want. So when people drive up to Burger King, you got to say, I ain't eating here. And that's hard, right? But it's the habits we do. And it's every area of life. I talk about money a lot. I'm a business coach, but it's every area. It's your health, it's your finances, it's your spiritual life. You've got to be willing to go do those things nobody else is willing to do to have the success that most people don't have, right? So this quote is just so fantastic, and it's so true because it's about the grunt work. It's about the grind, and there's no secret sauce. It's just a matter of developing habits that move you into the success you're looking for. So with that, everybody be blessed. Thank you so much for watching, for being on the reveal tonight. We'll see you next Monday. I hope you tune in to our lives, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.